Veena from Patter Cake, the channel that's about baking and much more. Here's where you'll find quick and tasty recipes for new cooks and those with less time to spend in the kitchen. Okay then, let's get cracking with today's recipe. Welcome back. Now that we are well into the mango season, what better cake to go for than a mango cake, right? So that's exactly what we are going to do today. We'll bake a soft and delicious Suji mango cake right here at Patter Cake. To bake our semolina or Suji mango cake, we'll need fine semolina, mango pulp, oil, sugar, yogurt, baking powder, baking soda, ground cardamom, milk, chopped nuts and a pinch of salt. Let's begin by transferring 1 1/4 cups of fine Suji or semolina to a bowl. You don't have to grind it. You could also use regular semolina, but I prefer the texture you get with the fine variety. To this, let's add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground cardamom, and half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of coarsely ground regular sugar or else fine castor sugar. Let's mix this and then add in 1/3 of a cup, that's around 5 1/2 tablespoons of any cooking oil that doesn't have a strong smell or flavor, and 1 cup of mango pulp. I got this from 2 medium-sized Alfonso mangoes. We'll give all these ingredients a good stir. Now let's cover the bowl and keep it aside for 15 minutes to allow the semolina to soften. After 15 minutes, the batter has thickened, the Suji having soaked up some of the liquid. Let's now add in 1 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and whisk everything well. This is 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Let's beat it with a fork to break any lumps and then mix it into the rest of the ingredients. It's now time to adjust the consistency of the batter by adding a little milk to it. This is half a cup. I usually need around a 1/4 cup of milk, sometimes a little less than that, sometimes a little more, depending on how thick or thin the mango pulp is and how thick or thin the yogurt is. Let's see how much we'll need today. I think I'll need to add just a little more milk. I've added less than a 1/4 cup of milk in all, perhaps just around 3 tablespoons. Remember, you have to add only just enough milk to bring the batter to a thick dropping consistency. It shouldn't be looser than that. Here's a 6-inch pan that I've oiled lightly. I've also lined the bottom with parchment paper and then brushed some oil on top of it as well. So now let's transfer the batter to this prepared baking pan. I'll tap the pan lightly to distribute the batter more evenly. Let's now garnish the top of the cake with chopped almonds and pistachios. that done, I'll move the pan to my preheated oven and bake the cake at 160 degrees centigrade for around 45 minutes. You could also bake the cake in a kadai on the stove top. Preheat the kadai on medium heat for around 6 to 7 minutes, but once you transfer the cake pan to it, reduce the heat to low and bake the cake for around 45 minutes or till a skewer inserted into it comes out clean. Another thing, when baked on the stove top, the cake will have a brighter yellow color. As in the oven, there will be some degree of browning and this alters the yellow color somewhat. Here's our cake after 45 minutes of baking. I'll repeat the toothpick test for your benefit. As you can see, the toothpick has come out clean. Now this cake shouldn't be taken out of the pan when it is still hot. You have to wait for at least 30 minutes or till the pan is just warm to the touch to do this. The cake has already shrunk from the sides of the pan, but we'll quickly run a knife all around its edges and then turn it out on a plate. It has browned beautifully and not got burnt either at the bottom or on the sides. Let's turn it right side up. I've made a simple cake decoration with pieces of fresh mango and pistachios. If you too decide to use fresh fruit to decorate the cake, you'll have to store it in the fridge. But remember, this cake doesn't need any frosting and neither should you add tutti frutti or raisins to it. But nuts and fresh fruit go well with it. To sum up, here are the special instructions for this recipe. The batter should be thick and of a dropping consistency. It shouldn't be too wet. The cake needs to be baked slowly, so bake it at 160 degrees centigrade, not higher than that. Wait for at least 30 minutes before taking the cake out of the pan and cutting it. This cake is not just simple to make, it's simply delicious. So do give it a shot. Hope you enjoyed today's video and do stop by again for yet another quick and tasty recipe. Till then, take care, happy cooking!